Right now, the latest timeline from Uvalde, Texas, how officers spent an hour waiting to go into a classroom as a gunman took the lives of 19 students and 2 teachers.
Plus, the show goes on for the NRA at its annual convention, less than 300 miles from Uvalde, despite some calling for its cancellation.
And back, and as big as it was before, Brockfest returns to its pre-pandemic form at the Alliant Energy Center. That's all coming up right now at 10. Thank you for joining us tonight. First, the extended holiday weekend is here, the unofficial start of summer for many of us.
And the good news is it looks like the weather will cooperate. Let's go right to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with our certified most accurate forecast. Gary?
Eric, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say it is going to be a nice weekend. This is good timing, getting the rain out of here. We've had it the last couple of days, and then we have the sunshine coming in just in time for the weekend. Time-lapse from the WISC Skycam shows the low clouds early this morning, but watch what happens as we get in the afternoon. The clouds start to break up, and by sunset, we're almost perfectly clear. Doppler track right now, not a drop of rain anywhere around Wisconsin. There are some showers up in northern Minnesota. The rain from yesterday moving into Ohio, and we're kind of in between. Low temperatures this morning, lower 50s here in Madison. The cloud cover held our temperatures up a bit farther to the north and west out toward La Crosse. Notice temperatures in the 40s and even 30s in Black River Falls, thanks to the clear skies there. But those same areas had the sunshine, so they were actually warmer during the day. Madison did make it to 70, but temperatures were in the lower to middle 70s to our north and west, whereas the cloud cover to the south and east kept temperatures in the 60s, and Milwaukee didn't even make it out of the 50s. Right now, temperatures are around 60 in Madison, upper 50s outside of Madison. Very comfortable out here. Winds are generally pretty light. Look for a low tonight of about 51. High temperature tomorrow, about 76. Just an outside chance of a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. Most of us will stay dry, and it looks like we'll be dry for Sunday and Memorial Day with a warming trend. I'll tell you how warm it'll get in just a few minutes.
Next tonight, police in Uvalde, Texas are describing a new version of events in the elementary school massacre earlier this week.
They admitted it was a mistake to wait more than an hour before confronting the gunman. According to a new timeline, for the majority of that hour, several officers were in the school's hallway as 19 students and 2 teachers were killed inside the classroom.
Jason Allen now with the update.
Students trapped inside a classroom repeatedly called 911 begging for help during the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School.
She asked 911 to please send the police now.
One caller said there were multiple people dead, but there were 8 to 9 still alive. On Friday, law enforcement in Uvalde, Texas detailed a new timeline of the rampage that killed 19 students and 2 of their teachers.
The on-scene commander considered it a barricaded subject and that there was time and there were no more children at risk. Obviously, based upon the information we have, there were children in that classroom that were at risk, and it was, in fact, still an active shooter situation.
Texas Department of Public Safety Director Stephen McCraw says at one point, 19 officers were outside the classroom when the decision was made not to move in on the gunman.
Of course it was not the right decision. It was the wrong decision, period. There's no excuse for that.
Fingers are now being pointed at the school district's chief of police, who McCraw said instructed tactical teams from Border Patrol and ICE to wait for nearly 40 minutes.
The decision was made on the scene. I wasn't there.
Federal law enforcement officials tell CBS News that Border Patrol tactical team pushed local law enforcement to go in, ultimately making the decision to enter on their own initiative, backed up by law enforcement from several agencies. Jesse Rodriguez's 10-year-old daughter, Annabelle, was killed in her classroom.
They let our baby get slaughtered, sacrificed, while their ass is sitting behind a wall.
For the 21 victims, the end of the week would have marked the start of summer break. Jason Allen, CBS News, Uvalde, Texas.
And CBS News has learned an anonymous donor has given $175,000 to cover the funeral cost of all of the victims. There will also be expanded mental health resources for the entire community.
And the ripple effects of this week's school massacre are already being felt here in Wisconsin. Schools north of Milwaukee this morning in the village of Slinger locked down due to a gun threat. According to an email to parents, the elementary, middle, and high schools all went on lockdown after a student yelled in the hallway that they had a gun. Turns out there was no gun at the scene. A suspect was taken into custody.
Honestly, I'm irritated with it because it's a foolish statement to make based on what has been going on in the last week and a half. And we will be looking at whether or not we can file some charges on him, depending upon how old the student is. But there will be some school consequences as well, I'm sure.
And in the city of Kiel in eastern Wisconsin, another bomb threat was made toward the middle school there, the third threat made just this week. That threat once again referenced the ongoing investigation at the school over gender-neutral language under Title IX. All schools were searched again. No devices were found, and because of the threats, the city has now also canceled its Memorial Day parade.
The police response in Texas is leading us to ask, what are local departments trained to do in an active shooter situation? We heard back from 3 of them. Madison police list their priorities as first, prevent loss of life, second, apprehend the suspect, and third, secure available evidence. Middleton police listed their top 3 priorities as being number 1, to neutralize the threat, number 2, provide medical assistance, and 3, identifying survivors. The lieutenant who leads Fitchburg Police's training for an active shooter response explained their approach.
Over the years, the training has shifted into responding into that scene as quickly as possible. And our first and number 1 priority as law enforcement is to stop that threat. We will move in with whatever resources we have available.
Lieutenant Hartwick was quick to point out that regardless of how many hours you train, there is nothing that can compare to a real situation. Regardless, he called it a worst nightmare call, one he hopes to never receive. Today, the National Rifle Association is meeting for its annual convention in Texas, less than 300 miles from where that massacre happened.
Gun safety groups are calling on the NRA to cancel the event, but it is going forward and putting the fight over gun restrictions at center stage. Natalie Brand reports.
Outside the National Rifle Association's annual meeting in Houston, thousands of demonstrators demanded gun safety in the wake of the Texas elementary school massacre that killed 19 children and 2 teachers.
We're pleading for help. We're pleading for help from everyone.
Inside, Texas Senator Ted Cruz and former President Donald Trump were headline speakers. While the former president called for a moment of silence for each victim,
Amory Garza.
He went on to defend gun rights.
What we need now is a top-to-bottom security overhaul at schools all across our country.
The NRA meeting moved forward despite calls to cancel it, with tens of thousands of NRA members in attendance.
We will not allow our Second Amendment rights to be taken away from us by a bunch of cheap politicians.
A CBS News poll taken following the grocery store massacre in Buffalo, but before the Uvalde mass shooting, shows around 54% of Americans want stricter laws around the sale of guns. But our poll also revealed a stark partisan divide on the issue, with less than 30% of Republicans surveyed wanting stricter laws. And gun rights groups spent $15.8 million on lobbying last year, 5 times more than what gun safety groups spent. At least one gun maker is not attending the NRA convention. Daniel Defense, the manufacturer of one of the guns purchased by the Uvalde gunman, said in a statement, "One of our products was criminally misused. We believe this week is not the appropriate time to be promoting our products in Texas at the NRA meeting." A recent post by the company on Twitter featured a photo of a toddler holding an assault rifle. That post has since been removed. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Now, guns are permitted inside the NRA convention, except during former President Trump's speech. The Secret Service is prohibiting attendees from having firearms while he's in the venue. And to follow all of the latest developments from Uvalde and the convention this weekend, stay with News 3 Now and Channel3000.com.
Next at 10, not guilty pleas entered today for 2 men charged in a deadly shooting in downtown Madison last month. 25-year-old Amand Galtney and 21-year-old Damone Cummins are accused of shooting Dwayne Lee Collins Jr. multiple times as he left the jail following a court appearance earlier in the day. Police said they recovered more than a dozen shell casings from the scene. Galtney is facing 2 felonies, including first-degree intentional homicide. Cummins is charged with first-degree intentional homicide, possession of heroin with intent, and gun charges.
In the town of Burke, a home hit by gunfire this afternoon. Dane County deputies were called to Dennis Drive just before 1 p.m. Witnesses reportedly saw 2 vehicles stop in the middle of the street. One person got out, started shooting. The suspects left the scene before deputies arrived. No injuries were reported. Now, one suspect vehicle described as a black Dodge Challenger or Charger. Another suspect vehicle described as a dark blue sedan. Both have dark window tinting. Anyone with information about this incident is asked to contact the Dane County Sheriff's Office.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office is investigating the death of a person found in Sparta today. They say just after noon, a canoer called 911 about a possible body that was located in the La Crosse River. Officers responded to the scene and helped remove that body from the water. Deputies say it is an active death investigation, but no other information is being released. New tonight, police snipers were called to the scene of a water rescue in Florida to protect divers from alligators. The driver of a minivan lost control on an exit ramp, overturned and drove into a retention pond. A man and an elderly woman were in the vehicle, both of whom were rescued. Authorities called dive teams to the scene along with the snipers. The divers pulled the victims out of the water while the snipers protected them all from alligators in the pond. Well, next at 10, it's an event thousands look forward to every year. And this Memorial Day weekend, it is back and finally starting to look like it used to pre-COVID.
Now, that would be the world's largest Brat Fest, kicking off today with live music and just about every kind of brat you can imagine. Our Tahalil Mohadeen was there.
It's hitting all the high notes.
The sun came out and everybody's piling in right now.
Spending time with my family, eating all the food.
The perfect conditions for a good time.
Bratfest has always marked the beginning of summer. You know, we've been kind of all cooped up all winter long, and it's really the first time we're able to get outside.
After being downsized and even virtual over the last 2 years, the world's largest Bratfest back in full swing.
Now we have an opportunity to see all these people and get back into the mix, and it feels pretty good.
With over 70 entertainers set to perform over the Memorial Day weekend, for some, it's all about the music. For others, the food.
I haven't tried it yet.
Do you want to try it for us right now?
Sure. I want to see that. It's good.
And for some, it's simply too hard to choose.
Definitely the music, but also the brats.
Now, what makes this year particularly special is that not only is it back after 2 years away, it's also celebrating 40 years of the annual event.
So it started in front of my dad's store as a customer appreciation day, kind of a way to give back to his customers in the community.
Decades later, Bratfest is still holding on to that legacy of giving with free music, free admission, and free parking. As for food and drinks, those profits going straight to charity.
We've got hundreds of volunteers here today. We're going to raise about $125,000 for those charities that are volunteering.
A big event catering to a local audience of dedicated fans.
I really hope it never stops, because this is honestly one of my favorite events.
At the Alliant Energy Center, Tahlil Mohadeen, News 3 Now.
Bratfest will also have a kids zone and rides with a petting zoo for the adults, along with the live music. There's a volleyball tournament, axe throwing, and much more.
When we come back, the weekend is looking great, and Gary Canalti will have the extended holiday weekend forecast next.
It's A1's Memorial Day Instant Double Rebate event. Save $100 on every $500 spent. Huge amount of in-stock inventory must go. Plus, 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. 5 days only at A1 Furniture.
The best things in life are free.
Just wait until he hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation? Are you kidding me? Yeah!
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 1 year. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends Memorial Day. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of.
But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
It's A1's Memorial Day Instant Double Rebate Mattress Event. Save $100 on every $500 spent on all name brand mattresses. Plus, get 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. 5 days only at A1 Furniture.
This Saturday, our Will Loper breaks down his top 3 picks for shows and movies that are streaming right now. And Julian's tracking wonderful weather for your holiday weekend. Your certified most accurate forecast Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Governor Evers gathering with supporters at the Capitol today, turning in more than 7,200 nomination signatures from all across the state to officially get back on the ballot. He delivered remarks as well on what's at stake in November, while also highlighting his record, including cutting income taxes for the middle class by 15%, investing in public schools, and supporting small businesses and family farms.
Employees from WPS Health Solutions in Monona and their families taking part today in a Walk to Remember. They say it's a time for the company to honor U.S. military personnel and veterans who have died. Last week, employees placed 1,000 American flags on the campus, and today, participants could sign a banner with the names of those they wish to remember. And on Monday, the City of Monona's Memorial Day Parade will return. The city claims the parade is the largest and longest running Memorial Day parade in the state. The 1.5-mile route will start near Monona Grove High School at 10 a.m., head south down Monona Drive, then left onto Flom Road, ending near Senate Middle School. There will also be memorial ceremonies held before the parade. For that list, just head to channel3000.com.
For the first time in a while, consumers in the U.S. will be catching a break, as there may be some big-ticket bargains in the not-too-distant future. Major retailers, including Target, Walmart, Best Buy, say they have high inventory on products like TVs, furniture, and clothing, and they need to make space for new stuff, so that means they'll be marking down prices as a way to boost sales. It's a major change from last year when discounts on big products were very rare. That was due to low supply because of slowdowns at ports and production bottlenecks. Apple boosting starting pay for hourly workers. It'll now be $22 an hour or more, depending on where they live. According to the company, that's a 45% raise from 2018. Salaried workers are also expected to get a starting pay increase, though the company has not said by how much. Well, check it out. The annual reminder why I never want to move to Los Angeles. Actually, I don't mind Los Angeles, but this is LAX right now. And if you've traveled that airport, you know what this is like. The unofficial start to summer kicks off with millions traveling.
If you're heading out of town this weekend, you're going to have a lot of company. AAA estimates 39.2 million people will be traveling more than 50 miles from home, with about 3 million of those taking to the skies. All right.
Those people on the ground, they may not be in the skies if you're caught in that kind of a traffic jam. Yeah, this will be a good weekend for travel across our part of the Midwest. On Doppler track, you can see Wisconsin in the free from and clear from precipitation. There are some showers and thunderstorms into parts of the Dakotas. The rain from yesterday has moved into Ohio and is heading away from us. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Look for high temperatures in the middle 70s tomorrow with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. The mid-80s expected for Sunday and upper 80s for Memorial Day itself. It'll be windy both days, and then some shower and thunderstorm chances for Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night, and that'll bring cooler weather after that. Not windy tomorrow. Winds out of the south 8 to 15 miles per hour, high 76, but the rain chances will be pretty small. Mainly north of Madison, probably about a 20% chance. No rain expected for Sunday or Monday, Memorial Day. Highs mid to upper 80s. Heat index values mid to upper 80s on Sunday, perhaps lower 90s for Memorial Day. The humidity levels not too bad, but it'll be dry. That's having the drier air helps to keep the rain away. Today, high temperatures were in the lower to middle 90s from western Kansas into parts of South Dakota. Our temperatures were warmer in the northwestern part of the state where there was more sunshine, mid-70s there to around 70 in Madison. Milwaukee didn't get out of the 50s. 59 was the best they could do. And then to the south and east, cloud cover kept temperatures in the 60s down towards Chicago. But as you look at weather track, notice the jet stream pushing to the north. That's usually a sign that we're going to warm up. And that bulge in the jet stream is starting to allow the warmer air to build. We saw that out to the west today, and that will start heading in our direction for tomorrow. As we look at the surface weather map, there's a weak area of high pressure just out to the west of us. That's clearing out the skies. The next weather system has some showers and thunderstorms associated with it. That cold front will just kind of wash out as it pushes eastward. The air much drier here, so by the time those showers and storms reach us, they'll be mainly in the northern part of the state. Southern part of the state will mainly stay rain-free. Temperatures right now, lower 60s through much of the state away from Lake Michigan, 50s there. Farther out to the west, notice temperatures in the 60s to near 70 over western portions of Minnesota. Compared to 24 hours ago, temperatures are up about 10 to 15 degrees, so expect that warming trend this weekend. Future track, notice clear skies for tonight. Here come those showers and storms, but mainly to the north of us. Most of us stay dry for tomorrow, and then after that, no rain expected for Sunday and for Monday, Memorial Day. Thunderstorms out to the west, but notice we stay dry here, and that's the case into Memorial Day. Those storms heading to the north and east, so those strong southerly winds kicking in and keeping our weather mainly dry. Tomorrow, look for a high of 76 degrees, partly sunny skies, just a slight chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, and I do mean slight chance. Watch on Future Track, maybe a couple of showers and storms north of Madison, about 70 by lunchtime. High temperatures, middle 70s, and skies already clearing out after that. 7 to 10 day forecast, mid-80s Sunday, near 90 on Memorial Day, upper 80s for Tuesday. Showers and thunderstorms Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night as a cold front comes through. Behind the front, so a chance of showers on Wednesday. Temperatures lower 70s for the second part of next week. Maybe some thunderstorms toward the end of the following weekend.
And coming up in sports, Darvin Ham is on the move. Where the Bucs assistant coach is headed to become an NBA coach, head coach for the first time in his career. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I don't think it's here for the burger. This summer, prime rib is the star. Bite into the new Primal Angus Thick Burger at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion in theaters June 10th.
Don't get stuck with internet and TV that costs more and does less. Set yourself free with Spectrum and get it all from one provider. Get Spectrum Internet with enough speed for all your devices all at once with speeds of 200 megabits.
Whoa, that's fast.
Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep you safe online. Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. And don't get stuck with the same old TV. Multiply your screens. Spectrum TV with a free Spectrum TV app lets you watch here, there, and everywhere. Stream live TV, sports, news, and more on any device. Plus, access up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Get Spectrum TV from $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. Don't get stuck paying more for less. Pick and choose the services you need. Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each. All with no contracts. Call 833-605-4999.
With eye care, the medicine you need may cost less than ever before. New in 2022, you pay a $0 copay for all of your Medicare-eligible Part D drugs up to the coverage gap. Then your cost will be the typical extra help copay amount. You'll also receive up to $2,500 in dental benefits and $300 in vision benefits. Call the Eye Care Benefits Helpline for a free consultation to get all the benefits you're entitled to. Rest easy. Eye Care is looking out for you and your health.
Dude, great ride. Right? This Silverado keeps me connected and in control. And this touchscreen is my command center. My command center.
The 2022 Silverado LT. Find new control. Find new roads.
Very well qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Family-owned Brothers Maine knows Memorial Day is a time to gather with loved ones. Celebrate this special time with special deals and free delivery on appliances from top brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Repeat after me. Computer screen off. Happy hour on. One of the best parts about being an adult is we get to call this networking.
Traffic is horrible.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with prime rib at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion in theaters June 10th.
12 days ago, Mike Budenholzer saw his team's season come to an end in the Eastern Conference semifinals. And tonight, he lost his top assistant coach. Darvin Ham is leaving Milwaukee and is headed to L.A. to lead the Lake Show. Ham will take over a Lakers squad that finished 33-49 and missed the playoffs last season. And LeBron James seems to like the new hire. He tweeted out, "So excited. Congrats and welcome, Coach D. Ham." As one of the top distance runners in the state, it's no surprise Giordano Zielinski will be competing at next week's state track and field meet. This year, the Oregon senior qualified in 2 events. And as Jordan Reed found out, for Zielinski, he's just making the most of an opportunity.
5 school records.
I wanted to see how many records I could get.
Fastest mile and 800 in the state.
That was definitely on my radar.
And nationally ranked. Simply put, Giordano Zielinski is fast.
I guess it's true that hard work pays off because, I mean, you're seeing it in live action.
But his journey didn't start in Oregon. It actually began in an orphanage in Ethiopia.
Yordi's upbringing is definitely a part of who he is, but it doesn't necessarily define him in his everyday life.
When he was 11, Giordano's was adopted by his parents, Kathy and John Zielinski.
It definitely, has given me an opportunity to, I guess, be the person that I'm at now. And I mean, a lot of kids back where I'm at, I mean, they don't have this opportunity, and I mean, there's no point in me to waste it instead of using it for my own advantage. And I'm just blessed to have everything that I have with my family and school and sports.
And if it weren't for his parents, specifically his mom,
she just said, can you run down the field? I was like, okay, then I did that, and she was like, he's gonna be a runner, and my dad was like, what?
He might not be the record-shattering track star that he is.
It shows that sometimes you do have to trust your parents and listen to them instead of being hard-headed.
And with another big step in Giordano's life approaching,
his work here is not done, and he'd be the first one to tell you that. But we're definitely looking forward to seeing what he does collegiately, nationally, and see what he does with the world stage.
He's going to stay true to form and take it one run at a time. In Oregon, Jordan Reed, News 3 Sports.
Game 2 of 4 between the Brewers and the Cardinals, and things went from bad to worse for the Crew. 3rd inning, Paul Goldschmidt sends a 2-run blast into the Brewers bullpen, and Craig Counsell would actually have to make an early call to it. Brandon Woodruff left the game with what the team is calling right ankle discomfort. Milwaukee falls 4-2 the final. We're back after this.
Goldschmidt hitting the streak up to 18 games.
It shouldn't take a storm of biblical proportions to find out who you can count on. It shouldn't take a 4-foot diameter oak tree in your kitchen to find out who you can trust. It shouldn't take the worst to bring out our best. But sometimes it does. And that's the silver lining.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Save hundreds on top appliances and grills during the Memorial Day sale at Grand Appliance. Shop our unbeatable deals on top brands like GE, including this large capacity top load washer with antimicrobial components for just $6.98. This convection range with air fry for just $9.48. Or step up to a premium GE profile kitchen and get up to $2,000 back. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom today. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Vet Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho-Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway Jew, the Mascot Theory, and Beth Killian. All benefiting Heat and Housing for Heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
Out here, we know a thing or two about beef. Hy-Vee knows beef too. Only 6 out of 100 cattle are even good enough to bear the Hy-Vee brand. Only 6 out of 100. Quality like that is hard to find. So enjoy your Hy-Vee beef this weekend. You've earned it.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, who's new at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago? These guys, 5 Mexican wolves. The litter was born on April 26th. 2 of the month-old male pups have begun to venture out of their den to explore their surroundings at the zoo's habitat, while the other 3 pups were released to the wild.
Let's go to Gary, final check of the forecast. Go to the zoo, do whatever you want outside this weekend.
Looks like a great weekend. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Skies are clear here in town. Temperatures right around 60 in Madison, 50s outside the city. 76 for tomorrow, 85 for Sunday, 89 for Memorial Day Monday. Just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. Next chance Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, and cooler weather for the second half of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good and have a great weekend.